Leaving your job can mean a lot of changes, but there are some things you want to do to make sure you don't leave things behind. Kristin Afelumo with HerPlanning joins us this afternoon to talk about the steps when you are changing jobs. Thanks for joining us today.
Sure.
Okay, so obviously this is something that affects a lot of people. You change jobs, but what do you do financially? What is one of the first steps that you suggest?
Okay, so you're about to leave your job or you just left your job. Check your mail. Yes, that's right, millennials and younger, the mailbox. Go to it, check and see what's in there. For about 30 days after you leave your job, financial institutions and other parties are trying to send you information about what to do with your benefits that you can take with you.
So are there some specific things they should be looking out for as far as being sent out?
So look for information from your old retirement plan and look for info on how to continue your health insurance if you need to. So that would be from Cobra. That's really what you're looking for. But just keep an eye on the mailbox and open all of the mail.
All right, all right. Is there, maybe before you leave, is there some things or discussions you can have with HR, do you feel like, to maybe help ease the process?
Yeah, so what I would say is just to make sure that everyone has your best contact information. This seems really basic, but most of the time, if you have, let's say, a retirement plan at your job, you're using your work email address to get statements and to communicate with that organization. So you want to make sure you've got personal email on file and also your physical address. You've probably moved since you've talked to HR last, or maybe since you've had that job. So just make sure your physical address and your mailing address are up to date.
All right, that definitely makes sense. And of course, retirement plans, that's very important. You don't want to lose all that work you've done and all the money you've amounted over the years. What is the process for keeping that as you transition to your new job?
Yeah, great question. So I always say don't leave your retirement plan with your ex. So it makes sense.
That's smart.
Don't leave your money with your ex. So it makes sense to make sure your contact info is up to date. But after that, you need to decide whether you want to move the money into your new company's retirement plan, whether you want to move it into an IRA that either you manage or that you manage with the help of a financial advisor, or if you might need to cash that money out.
What are your best suggestions, would you say, for people that may not know what to do?
So, of course, talk to a financial advisor is always the #1 suggestion. I would say the second thing is figure out what your cash needs might be. So if you know that you're going to need cash in the interim, maybe you don't have another job lined up, you may have to take the funds from that 401k to float you until you get your next opportunity. That's not my favorite solution, but it might be one that's necessary for you to get to where you want to go.
Okay, but you think sitting down with a financial planner like yourself, that really gives you the best tools to do what's best for your funds?
Right, so there are taxable consequences. There's also a penalty if you're not 59 and a half for taking the funds out of those accounts. So you want to consult a financial professional so we can advise you on what the consequences might be of taking that money out of the account, or helping you through the process of getting the money from one institution to the next. Believe it or not, all of the institutions have a different process, so having someone that's really used to navigating this sort of thing really helps.
All right, thank you, Kristin Afelumo, as always, for joining us.